Hello and welcome. In this video I will show you how to properly configure BF2mld. I assume that you already have downloaded BF2mld and extracted it from its zip file. If you haven't, then you can do so now. Before starting BF2mld, there is one thing to do. Since BF2mld has to interact with Battlefield 2, you have to ensure that it has the proper permissions. So if you are running Battlefield 2 as administrator, you also have to start BF2mld as administrator. To find out if you are running Battlefield 2 as administrator, open the folder that you've installed Battlefield 2 in. Now find the Battlefield 2 executable. Usually this is the bf2.exe, but if you are using third-party programs, they might launch another executable. Right-click on the executable and on the opening context menu, select Properties. In the Properties window, click on the tab Compatibility. In the lower part of the window, in the box Privilege Level, you can see if the option Run this program as administrator is set. Now that you know if you start Battlefield 2 as administrator, set the permissions of BF2mld accordingly. As you can see, I am running Battlefield 2 as administrator, so now I will set BF2mld to run as administrator as well. After you have taken care of the permissions, you finally can start BF2mld. The first thing to do after the first start is to check if BF2mld successfully detected the correct Battlefield 2 executable. If not, you can manually locate the Battlefield 2 executable by clicking Browse. Leave the values of the pre-delay and delay as they are. We will come back to that later. Instead, activate the sound by clicking on the sound checkbox. Every time you activate this checkbox, you can hear a sound. This is the sound that you will hear later when BF2mld detected a map load. This sound will help us with the configuration and can be disabled afterwards. It's time to activate BF2mld. Just click Start. In the output section, the message BF2mld started appears. This means that BF2mld is ready. You can now start Battlefield 2 to continue the configuration. Now that you have started Battlefield 2, we have one thing left to do. It's to find the correct values for the pre-delay and delay. You can determine those values on the first map change. The pre-delay is the time between the first access of the new map and the beginning of the map change. The default value of the pre-delay is set to 1. Usually this is the correct value, but with some clients or servers a higher value has to be set. So let's take a look at an example. I will show it twice. The first time without any comments, and on the second run I will explain what happens. The sound that you have just heard means that BF2mld detected that Battlefield 2 accessed the new map. From this sound on, count the seconds until the map load starts. In my case, the map load starts almost immediately after the sound, so the value for the pre-delay is 1 or even 0. Adjust the pre-delay in BF2mld by filling in the number of seconds that you have counted. To change the value, BF2mld has to be stopped. As you might have heard, each second of the delay is announced by the sound. At the same time, the map load stops, and the sound of Battlefield 2 is interrupted. So, how to find the perfect value for the delay? This value depends on the speed of your PC in comparison to the speed of the server. Just increase this value until you don't get kicked anymore, or decrease the value if you finish the map load after the round already started. Since you have now found the perfect values for the pre-delay and the delay, you can disable the sound of BF2mld. Congratulations! You have successfully configured BF2mld. From now on, BF2mld will take care of delaying the map load. BF2mld is designed to run in the background, even if Battlefield 2 is not running. As soon as Battlefield 2 is started, BF2mld will watch for map changes and delay them according to the configuration. If you are still having questions, you can find further help at 5012.com/BF2mld. If you want to know how to automatically start BF2mld with Windows, take a look at my channel.